Booyah, welcome to Ask Hypnotica 80. That's right, we're moving right up the list, getting closer to 100, which corresponds to getting close to 10,000 subscribers. Pretty cool. Anyways, listen, I know a lot of you guys out there are wondering, and you always ask questions about sex and food and chicks and dating and relationship stuff like this. But there's something that's very magical, there's very powerful that flows through the human soul, and that is music. Now, whether you know about it or not, I consider myself a lyricist, okay, a singer. Some people don't think I sing that well, but hey, I don't give a shit. I like to express myself. Lots of people like it. And you know what? It adds to the dimension of my being, which, because I have a depth to my being, okay, some find it much more attractive. So if you're one dimensional and you're afraid to sing and you're afraid to express yourself, you're not going to be too successful with the ladies, all right? Now, I don't know if you've ever noticed, but lots of singers, okay, get lots of women. So there's got to be something to this. So if you're not familiar with some of my music, you can go to SoundCloud and type in Hypnotica 144. I know, great band name, right? No, it was just to put it up there because I'm not so organized, but at least that organizes it for me. There's 25 songs there, and we're going to get into it just a little bit because there's something important here about the songs and some of my philosophy about making songs, because 25 is a lot. If you've never done it before or you're coming off, okay, it's like 2 albums. So most people don't know that aspect of it, or you can go to YouTube here and just look at some of the music videos that I made, okay? These are, music videos. These aren't just the songs, these are the music videos. So let's get into this actual question. It says, hey man, I usually talk a lot, so I'll get straight to the point. I recently discovered a playlist on your YouTube channel, a playlist of the songs you made, and I fell in love with you. Thank you, man. Let's just keep it bro-based, okay? Anyways, the songs are so expressive and formless. It's obvious to me that, I don't know, man, there's naked in you in those songs. I resonate with this. This is what I've always wanted for a long time. It's the size of the dream that one fears to dream because it is so much from the heart, I'm sure you've seen these kinds of people who desire something so much that they're afraid to even start because, I don't know, man, because it's much bigger and better to have a perfect dream than beginner, unskilled, flawed reality. Yeah, I have to read through this. He's from Croatia. So in short, this is what it says. In short, me, period, music, period, make, want, period, how. What software do you use, and how could I learn to be the most authentic way? Yep, that's what I've been missing in my life. Yep, that's the word I've been missing. Your music is so full of Eric. I've listened to the songs you've uploaded for your wife on Valentine's Day, and if I start now, I should be able to make some seductive hypnotic by then. Your songs inspired me truly. How? Question mark. P.S. I have lots of questions about sex with women and mindsets, girls' pleasure, etc. I hope you will be able to private consult later. Much love from Croatia, your new fan, Daniel, 28. And he goes also this, he says, the one thing I like about you is that you're not dirty or manipulative like other guys, honest and a good guy. I like that resonates. Well, don't think that I'm not dirty, because lots of girls think that I'm dirty. So I'd rather have girls think I'm dirty than guys think I'm dirty. But manipulative, not at all, okay? I am influential and persuasive, and as a man, you should get good at that in ways because, you know what, you're selling yourself. You're going to always be a salesman to your own product. So get good at your product. And a part of your product we're going to talk about is who you are, okay? And music, okay, is a byproduct of who you are. It's an expression of who you are, what you feel inside. And if you don't have that, okay, to me, it really means that you're not passionate enough about life, or you haven't really gone through life, because a lot of the songs that you hear come from, in my own experience, okay, heartaches, breakups, deaths, okay, things that are going on in the world, okay, passions, people I love, right? If you don't engage in that, you're not going to have that in your body, or it's going to resonate kind of weak. Now, I have a philosophy about music, and I don't know if you've ever seen this. Like, go to these music video channels. To me, the artists these days are putzes, pansies, like all about the attention and like me, look at me, I'm so badass. Listen, and I'm going to say something that's pretty on point, all right? These guys, all these people, I don't care if it's a rap guy, I don't care whoever it is, all right? Chances are that I've had much more experience than them in all areas of their life, especially with ladies, partying and stuff like this. So if I can do this, all right, and if you look at my music videos, you'll notice that I'm hardly ever in my music videos because music is about the stories, okay? It's not a validation of who I am, like look at me, okay? If you ever look at music videos, to me, I watch them. Sometimes I'm at the fitness gym, they have these music videos up, and it's the same thing over and over. Some person out there trying to look sexy, trying to look cool in the music video, and to me, it just looks stupid, okay? Especially as I'm leveling up and I'm starting to look down, I'm like, geez, I mean, this kid's like 15 years old, and all of a sudden he's having orgies and stuff like this, and he's a player. No, dude, okay, it doesn't work like this. Listen, okay, now this may sound a little, conceited, but you're not a player, okay? Guarantee I've been way more experiences than most movie stars, all right? And I can say this, that I don't need to be in front of the music and say, hey, look at me, I'm so fucking cool and shit like this. Listen, if your music's about you, okay, you're a putz. If your music's about how badass you are, how much money you make, how many chicks you have, and things like this, you're a putz. That's not really music, okay? I have a couple conditions for what music is. Remember, we are the music makers. We are the dreamers of dreams. We're the ones that see bigger things. We're the ones that think in universalities. We're the ones that understand that music is the most popular language on the planet. Think about that. There's a reason why music is so powerful. There's a reason why music inspires the soul. There's a reason why people dance to music. There's a reason why people cry to music. Music is powerful. And when you can get in there and create music, okay, it's one of the most powerful things you do if it's not all about you. So what I'm trying to say is music is powerful. Ludwig von Beethoven said music is a higher revelation than all wisdom and philosophy. Think about that. It's a pretty powerful statement from one of the most creative, powerful composers of all time. So another thing I want you to realize, because this is what has to happen, okay? First of all, like maybe you're at a point where you don't have musicians around, okay? And a lot of guys have excuses. Oh, I need this, I need that. This is what I did for a lot of my music, all right? There's a place called premiumbeats.com. It's got all kinds of songs. Now, in order for music to resonate, in order for music to play, you really got to get into it, okay? Like music just doesn't come along and you're like, yeah, that's perfect. Every song fits. No. What I do, my own process, okay? And I'm going to tell you, 25 songs is a lot, so I do understand this process to a degree. What I like to do is I like to go through and I find out, the ideas, and I let the music inspire me. Really, music comes first, all right? I listen to it and I'm like, okay, sometimes I listen and nothing works. Sometimes it takes a long time to find something. But all of a sudden, maybe I hit that one, it's got the chords that just love each other and they're resonating with my soul. And all of a sudden I'm like, yeah, you know what? Like, boom, it happens. And then whatever's going on in my mind and my heart and my soul and my dreams and my inspirations, my passions, then I start channeling it through. And a lot of guys are confused about this process. They think they have to be like a creative genius and it all comes down in one shot. Okay. Songs rarely ever come down in one shot. It's like meditation. You got to meditate on a song. You got to bring it to life. You got to bring it from the ethers into musical form. And so a lot of times, like I said, one thing you need is a pen and paper or a notepad or, something like on a Word document, okay? And you start writing stuff down, listen to it, and just start going over and over and over it. And there's a lot of times where it comes out. A lot of times it just gets stuck. A lot of times it flows perfectly. A lot of times it just, it just doesn't work, and you're like, okay, but it's okay because you start that process, and there's a form of what they call gestation, and gestation is like the back of your brain working on it. So it's like it's not consciously being worked on, but sometimes you put stuff aside and you're like, you know what, go ahead and let my brain work on it while consciously I do other things. And it's amazing how that works, because sometimes maybe I'll take like a week off of like writing music or stuff like this, and all of a sudden I look back at the song and boom, it just hits perfectly. So don't think that it's a linear process. It's very non-linear, at least it is for me. But I want you to understand how this works. Now, once you understand and you have like music, okay, you can start writing down the lyrics, practice over and over and over. And the cool thing about things these days is like listen, when I first started this, they have the 8 tracks. It was really, really hard. It's really easy now to do stuff. You get a decent mic. Okay, what I use is personally is Pro Tools. Okay, and I just put it in. I get the music and I listen to it, and I go on freestyle. So I'll just hit record, and like at first I'll just see where my brain comes up, and I'll just unload with a bunch of stuff, and I'll get a lot of cool things. A lot of cool ideas will come out. But then there's the process of you got to go and critique it. And you're like, well, that was dumb. Okay, this didn't make sense. Okay, but there's some juice here, there's some meat here, and then I write it down, and then I start building around it. And the nice thing about that is if you're methodical, okay, and you put your time into it, and you give the songs, because you have to birth music from the ethers. So it's like that. You have to, build it up. And when you do that, then it starts to form, and then all of a sudden you get to practice it. Now, this is where a lot of guys go wrong, okay? Because they practice it and they get it for the first time. They think, oh, I got the song. In order for you to really master a song, to get it so it's like unconscious to where it really flows powerfully, you got to practice it a lot, okay? We're talking 20, 30, up to 100 times. Get it to where you fine tune it and it just comes in powerful, and that is a cool thing when you get it done. And when you get it done, then you know what? Send it off. Like, you may not be the best singer in the world, but if you sing with heart, people will feel it. And if you're not that good of a song, hey, you can go to like places like Fiverr and get someone to master your song, like tune it up a little bit. We're not all perfect, okay? A lot of these people that sing have horrible voices, but someone gets in there and kind of makes it and kind of tweezes it up a little bit. That's the nice thing about it, is when you get it done, you have like something that's going to be there that expresses your soul for as long as the digital world resides, and who knows how that long it will be, but it's there, okay? And people can listen to it and they get an understanding of who you are, a depth and a dimension of who you are, whether most people don't. So when women listen to my songs, okay, it's like, ooh, it just kind of melts, because like I said, I kind of look like a Viking, okay? I don't look like a creative softie in some ways, but in other ways, when people say that, they're like, wow, that adds dimension to you, like I would have never known. It's a cool thing, all right? Just if you're going to make music videos, I'm telling you again, don't be one of those people like, look at me, I'm so cool, and try to flirt and seduce the camera and stuff like that. To me, at least, you look like a putz. All right, look at my videos. Okay, it's something that Maynard from Tool said. He doesn't like to really be in a lot of his videos because it's about the music. Okay, we're just a vessel that it channels through, and we're lucky enough to have that expression channel through us. We don't have to have the whole world. Like it's really a confidence thing. You don't have to have the world go, oh, look at you, you're so fucking badass and shit like this. Hey man, if you got the music, let it flow, let it express yourself. It's usually about other people or big universal things. Music should really focus on the story. It should be full of meaning, and it should be memorable, not only to you, but to those around you. Or it could just suck. You never know. And I also want to say, listen, music, like you'll hear my stuff, it's got kind of different themes and stuff, but hey, music can be hardcore, it can be expressive, it could be angry, it could be loving, it could be soft, it could be poetic, it could be all kinds of things. The choice for you, my friend, is basically just to start. Like, go through, like I said, if you're not a musician, you don't have someone to make music, go to like premiumbeats.com, okay, and you can download the things for free. If it resonates with you, cool. Start building it. You can even build around it and not even have to buy it. It'll just say in the background, premiumbeats.com every like 10 seconds. But you can make a song around that. And if you have some musician friends, you can say, hey, I really like these tones. I really like the way it works. As a musician, I'm lucky to have a guy named Tim Sawyer, genius in what he does. He kind of comes in, and sometimes I'm like, hey, I like this theme. Can we create something that's going to be original so we can use it? Absolutely, man. And he just cranks that shit out. He's pretty amazing at that. He's like genius form as far as like making music. So, think about that, because bottom line is this, okay? As a man, okay, get past the old paradigm like men are strong and you got to be, be a badass and things like this. Nah, it's not true, okay? Being a man is about being expressive. Being a man is about being loyal to me, like integrity, okay? Living the life you want because you want to, for your means and your destination and your destiny. That's what's important, okay? As long as you get through and do the best you can and raise others up and don't fuck shit up and do things that are bad to people, because that shit comes back. So I hope I helped you out with this. If you have some music, man, make it. Let me listen to it, okay? Create something, do something, and then post it here on the comments so that I can hear. If any of you guys are out there musicians, hey, let me hear. Let's hear what kind of musicians we got out there, kind of widening and expanding their minds on this level to step it up to a new paradigm of what it means to be man. So with that said, I hope you enjoy your day. I hope you let that music flow through your heart and your soul and rock on, my friends. Until then, this is Ask Hypnotica 80. If you like it, subscribe, and we'll talk to you soon. Hypnotica out.